What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with Day 3 of the Dragon Ball Super reveals for Set 8, Malicious Machinations. We are getting to see more of the Evil Overlord baby support, and I gotta say, this support looks to be really interesting. I'm a lot more hyped for it than I initially was. These cards look like they could be pretty flawless and might give Red Baby a run for his money. So first up, we've got the new leader, Super Baby 1. His activate main says, once per turn, choose 2 cards in your life, add them to your hand. Look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 baby or brainwash card among them, add it to your hand, then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So that right there proves that what we had suspected before was that there is going to be a new trait called Brainwashed, which is going to be for Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, Gohan, etc., all the characters that were at one point taken over by Baby. Now, it is disappointing because he is a Draw 2 leader, but I'm sure we can work our way around that. Draw 2 isn't terrible, it's just having that extra energy to play around with is really nice. Now, it is disappointing because he is a Draw 2 leader, but I'm sure we can work our way around that. Draw 2 isn't terrible, it's just having that extra energy to play around with is really nice. On the Awakened side, we have Super Baby 2, Awakened Malevolence. Notice he's only 10,000 on this side, but he makes up for that with his abilities. His auto says, once per turn, when the power of your opponent's leader card is reduced to 0 or less, this card gains triple attack for the duration of the turn. Then his activate main says, once per turn, choose up to 1 brainwash card in your hand and play it. So, 2 very key things to take away from that is triple attack for the turn. So, if you can give him double strike or critical, you're going to have a lot of fun with that. That's insane. That's where the 10,000 power comes into play, but if you're reducing their leader to 0 or less to get that, you're going to do the damage anyways. The activate main is pretty nice too, because it just says to play you can play any brainwash card. So it doesn't care about the power level, it doesn't care about the energy cost. That's really nice too. Now, we won't know for sure how nice that ability is until we get to see more of the brainwash cards. I really hope they get to be good, because this leader looks amazing, and I'm really wanting to test this out. But I'm just not sure yet that I'm convinced that this yellow baby support is going to be as good as the OG red support. Then we have Super Baby 1, All-Consuming Terror. He's a 4-cost red-yellow, 15,000. He's got Barrier and Arrival. His Union Absorb for 1 red and 1 yellow says, if your leader card is a yellow baby card and you choose 4 brainwash cards in your drop area and place them under this card, choose up to 1 Super Baby 2 Malicious Majesty in your deck or hand, play it on top of this card in active mode, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So what's really cool here is you get to recycle your brainwash cards. It does kind of make it hard to play Overwhelm in the deck because you do need to have them in your drop area, but it'd be easy to just combo them away or play them with the leader and then KO them or however. What sucks is it does specify your leader has to be a yellow baby, so you can't run it with the OG support, but you do get to play the card in active mode, which is really cool. So when you Union Absorb, or before you Union Absorb, you can actually attack with this card and then do the Union Absorb and still be able to get an attack with that Super Baby 2. Then up next, we get to see our first Brainwash card. It's Son Goten. He's a 3-cost, 10,000 power. When this card is KO'd, choose up to 1 Brainwash card other than Son Goten GT in your drop area and play it. So they also get to recycle themselves by the looks of it, or at the very least, Goten can recycle some of the others. Now, 10,000 power for a 3-cost is kind of low, but if you can play it for free and then either KO him with one of your own abilities or by your opponent KOing him, then you can find an easy kind of way to recycle those cards and loop them together so you never run out of battle cards, which would be really cool, especially because you could run this with familial bonds, though you can't run the yellow baby leader, so you'd have to find a way to be able to play this stuff and take advantage of that loop without running the yellow leader, which does take away from some of the support that you can run because a lot of it is specific to that new baby leader, but it's just a cool thing to kind of think about. Then we've got Great Ape Baby, the Ultimate Evil Life Form. He's a 7-cost, 30,000 with EX Evolve, red and yellow, just on a baby with an energy cost of 5 or more. So it doesn't have to be a red or yellow baby. and he doesn't care which leader you run either. So this card can actually be ran in the old stuff, and can also EX evolve off of the red baby that we got out of the power boosters as well. So this is a really versatile card. He's got Double Strike, he's got Offering. His activate main says, choose one card in your life, add it to your hand, choose one of your opponent's leader cards, it gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Is it as powerful as the other grade 8 baby that we have? Probably not. I think I like that one a little bit better, but the fact that this one has the flexibility to be played in either deck is really cool. Especially because if you could, you know, go from the power booster baby, so say your turn goes Union Absorb with the 1-drop, play the power booster baby, then you play the one we just went over, what was it called? It was Super Baby 1, and then you go from Super Baby 1 into the Super Baby 2, then go from there to Grade 8 Baby. Like, you could go into some crazy shit with, you know, just the right amount of energy. And the fact that you can kind of play these with the older red support really gives it some good flexibility to actually have a chance to be playable as well. Then lastly, we have Baby Evil Origins. This is the 1-drop we went over in our video on the trailer that they revealed. He's a 1-drop, 4,000 power. The permanent says you can only have one and play in your battle area. The auto says if your leader card is a yellow baby and you have a red-yellow multicolored card in your energy, when you play this card, draw 3 cards, then choose 2 cards from your hand, place them in your drop area, and you can't play this card for the duration of the turn. So we were pretty spot on with that ability. It is basically a graceful charity for the baby deck, and you know, being able to play that. You know, turn 1, well, it would have to be turn 2 because you have to play your red-yellow and then play him, but still, to be able to do that early on, you can get your Brainwash cards in your drop area, which also allow you to kind of work around the Goten's ability as well as the baby's abilities. Alright, well, that's going to wrap it up for Day 3's reveals. Honestly, these reveals are getting crazier and crazier by the day. The baby support actually looks really solid. I'm still kind of disappointed that you can't, you know, completely mesh the red and yellow archetypes, but I do want to find a way to kind of mesh them in, you know, the best way we can. So that's definitely going to be one of the decks we'll be working on to showcase for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the new baby support. Do you think it has a chance in the meta, since red baby has now actually become a meta deck? It's become something that can stand up against all the other decks like Janemba, Shenron, Gogeta, all that garbage, Broly. What do you guys think about this new support? And do you think that there is a good way to mesh the old red stuff with the new yellow and red stuff, or should it just be kept 2 different decks? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.